Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is part of the Twine It Up monthly challenge. This challenge is hosted by my dear friend Fanny over at Creations by Favi. This month's co-host is Michelle over at Michelle's Cozy Home. I love these ladies. Fanny became my very good friend. We talk every single day and I absolutely love her creativity. Michelle is another talented lady you should go ahead and check out, and I'm going to link both of those channels in the description box as well as the playlist for this challenge. Now let's go ahead and start with the DIY number 1. For this project, I'm going to be starting off with these Jenga blocks from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to take 16 of them and I'm going to separate them in groups of 2 that I'm going to hot glue together. You see me doing that over here. And when I was done with everything, we have 8 pieces of 2. So now I'm going to take 3 of them and I will measure where I want to attach this one across. And I actually measured out 2 Jenga blocks width, let's say, down from the top, and that's where I'm gonna hot glue it. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. You see what I'm creating over here? It's almost like a letter H. So I'm gonna do exactly the same with another set. So I'm gonna have 2 of them. So next I'm gonna take 2 remaining pieces and I will hot glue them right at the same height where the other piece was hot glued, and then I'm going to attach all of these together. So after I have everything lined up, this is how it looks like. It is actually a nice frame that I'm going to work on right now. So I'm going to take this twine from the Dollar Tree and I cut off one long piece. And I actually got the side where there is that loop, and I actually piped the other side through it. So that way there is that beginning, almost like a knot type of thing. You see what I did over here? I'm going to go across and then I'm going to wrap it one time, and then I'm going to wrap it around the existing line that I created, let's say. And then I'm going to start just wrapping it around those Jenga blocks. I really hope you understand what I'm saying. You can see along with me talking, you can see what I did. So like I said, now I'm going to just start wrapping and wrapping and wrapping until I got to the middle. After I got to the middle, I'm going to go ahead and go across. And then I'm going to do the same thing, just wrap it around that line, and then I'll start wrapping towards the other end. And then when I came to the end, I just hot glue on the back and I cut it off. Maybe there is another way to do this, to continue to finish it off, but I didn't know. This is the way I did it. So I did the same thing. I'm starting off with a new twine. I'm making that kind of little beginner's knot, and then I'm going across and I am creating that loop, and then I'm wrapping it around, doing the same thing. I am just going to wrap it around, and then I'm going to hot glue on the back, cut it off, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the remaining part on the bottom. And as I said, there may be a better way to do this, or actually easier way. This is how I figured and I went with it. So now I'm going to take another twine and I'm going to start on the bottom. And I'm going to start wrapping it. Those are the opposite direction. And I'm going to start weaving it through those 3 lines that I created earlier. So, and then I'm wrapping it around that Jenga block and going back opposite direction. So this is just really simple basket weaving, or weaving. Is that a word? I mean, is that a correct word? I hope it is. I'm sorry, you know what I mean. But yeah, I went all the way across until I went to the other side, and when I was done, I just went ahead and hot glued it again on the bottom of this planter that I created, and that's it. You see how simple it was? Well, It was really simple. I know it looks like it's not, but it really was simple to make. I believe it took me maybe 20 minutes to create this, and that's not really a lot of time for something this beautiful. I really, really like this, and I think I'm going to create another one that's probably going to be with stained Jenga blocks and maybe white jute twine. Or actually white cotton twine. I think it will look so, so beautiful. If you would create maybe a larger one, you can use rope and it would be more sturdier for larger plants. I think it's just amazing, and I really hope you guys like it. Tell me what you think about this one.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest.
Now I want to tell you that in this video, a company called Flexispot sent me a beautiful, beautiful desk. This company is selling all the amazing desks that can be adjusted to your needs. And look, this is how it came packaged. Very compact, very minimal, and this is all you need for assembling it. So literally it took 3 steps to assemble it. First thing, we put the legs in. My husband helped me, and we just screw these in. Very easy, tighten them up, and that was it. The next thing, we attach the bottom of the legs. Also, 4 little bolts, you just screw them in, and also they have adjustable legs, which is great for leveling. So now I'm going to show you, this is how it looks like. Very simple, very sleek. This is completely my style. I chose this white color because, you know, I love white, and it's very, very me. So what I like about this one is that there are buttons for adjusting the height. How awesome is that? This is going to be my craft table, so this is going to be perfect for me not to break my back, literally for a craft while crafting. So you can adjust the height if you want to stand and craft or sit down and craft. It is just amazing. So with one touch of a button, you can go up and you can go down. There's also 4 memory settings, 2 USB ports, and 1 child lock, which is very important in my case. Also, there's 1 drawer, which is perfect for little things. And this is how it looks like. Again, I love the sleek style of it, and I cannot wait to craft on it. Flexispot has a birthday on May 25th, and because of that, they're sharing a lot of discount codes. So if you would like any of these beautiful desks, go ahead in my description box and check out the link, and you can make yourself happy with one of these desks. Okay, for the DIY number 2, I'm taking this lid from oatmeal container, I believe, and I'm gonna cut out just the outer part. Actually, I wanted to leave that outer rim. You see what I'm talking about, to make a ring. Now I'm taking jute twine, 9 strands. I taped it on the top, and I'm gonna separate them in 3 groups of 3, and I'm gonna start braiding them. Now, what I tried to do is actually to make a flat braid. I wanted to make sure that strands don't get tangled. I lay them flat, and that's how I braid them. So you see that I'm doing that over here. Now, it took just a little bit of time, not really too much, but I just wanted to make sure this lays flat. When I was done and when I was happy with the length, I went ahead and added a little bit of hot glue at the beginning, and then I cut off the excess. I didn't want this to unravel. I actually started hot gluing this on the rim that I created earlier, or actually a ring. So I'm going to hot glue it all the way around, and then when I got till the end, I'm sorry, I can't talk this morning. So when I got till the end, I also added a little bit of hot glue in the braid so it doesn't unravel, and then I hot glued it to close to the beginning. So now I'm going to take this burlap, green burlap that I got from Dollar Tree. It was a ribbon, and I also going to get this green jute twine from the Dollar Tree, and then I already drew a shape of a leaf that I'm going to trace now with this burlap, or actually with this jute twine. And now I'm going to cut it out. I'm sorry, I was out of frame. And then after cutting 3 of them, this is how they look like. So cute. So after that, I'm going to do exactly the same thing with the white cotton twine and a white burlap. I created three circles. Later on, I added one more, and then I'm gonna trace it with the hot glue and the twine. Now, for this one, I'm gonna fill it up all the way. So it's gonna be completely filled with the jute twine. When you're doing this, please make sure to use finger protectors. My fingers are already pretty resistant to the heat, but still I did get burned a few times, so make sure to use the finger protectors. So now when this is done, I'm gonna just cut it out, and I have one piece. I'm gonna have 4 of these, and what I'm gonna do, I will just pinch one end like this with my fingers. I am gonna add a little bit of hot glue to keep it in place until it's secured. I'm gonna do this to all 4 of them, and then I'm gonna add a hot glue to that pinched part, and I'm gonna put these together in a flower shape. So now that I'm done with this, I'm gonna get my mini wreath, and I'm gonna hot glue the leaves, one on each side, and then I decided to add that smaller one kind of offset on the top of another leaf, and then I'm gonna attach the my flower. Then I have this kind of a push pin, let's say, a bead that I just added to my flower. Now I'm taking this ribbon from the Dollar Tree and also this chalkboard sign that I got from Arteza a long time ago, and then I am just gonna see where to position my wreath. I'm gonna actually pipe it through this hanging part, and I'm gonna use just the Scotch tape to attach it. And that's it for this project. How cute is this wreath? I cannot get over how beautiful it is. I love miniature stuff, and this is so cute. I want to hear what do you think about this one. Do you like the flower? Do you like the wreath? Do you like the colors? Would you change something? You know, I always like to read your comments and see what you think. For all of you that are new to my channel, if you're coming from this challenge, hi, I'm Jelena, a stay-at-home mom of 2 kids. I really like crafting and doing DIY projects, and on a very strict budget. I love creating something beautiful on a budget. And if you like that too, and if you like rustic style, please join me and watch my other videos. I would really like to have you. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the last project, DIY number 3. For this one, I'm going to take this gray and white cotton twine that I got at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to do the same thing that I did in a previous project. So I'm going to take 9 strands, I'm going to put a tape on top, and I'm going to start braiding them. Again, making sure they lay flat. Now, this cotton twine is a little bit softer than the other twine, so it took a little bit of more time to create this braid. I was patient because I really wanted it to lay flat. So when it was all done, this is how it looks like. Again, I'm adding a little bit of hot glue to both sides, making sure they do not unravel. And then I'm cutting off the excess like I did in my previous project. So after I'm done with all this is how it looks like. Then I found this piece from my old key, and I'm gonna just actually hot glue it in between 2 ends. So you see now I'm making a mini lanyard. And now that this is hot glued and secured, I'm gonna take 2 more strands of this twine, and I'm gonna add a little bit of hot glue on the back. And then I'm gonna start wrapping it on that top portion towards this plastic part of the lanyard, or actually keychain. So after that, I'm gonna just secure other end with a hot glue, cut off the excess, and that's gonna be it for this project. I always wanted to have one of these lanyards, and I wanted something soft to fit nicely in my hand. And this is not gonna hold too many keys. Of course, it's just maybe one when I go for a walk. But yes, I really like this one. There's so many possibilities to this one. You can use multiple colors. You can use different type of twine, or even that white nautical rope from the Dollar Tree. So a lot of different ideas. So if you like this video and these projects, please give it a thumbs up and share it. Somebody may find it useful. And also, if you're new to my channel, I would love to have you. So please subscribe, click that notification bell on to all, so that way you don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you, Fanny and Michelle, for hosting this challenge. Thank you, Flexispot, for my desk. And thank you guys for being here. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.